Missing someone. Missing someone. Missing someone. With all your own. Missing someone.
Okay, so I know this is like a super weird time to be making this video, you know, because quarantine and literally no one being here. But this weekend I'm up at Virginia Tech, I'm moving some stuff out of my apartment, and I thought that'd be the perfect time to just have the campus to myself, make a video about what it's exactly like here at Virginia Tech. Okay, so right behind me, this massive field, this is the drill field, which is kind of like the center, what Virginia Tech is known for. Like, this is where everything happens. And usually you'd see people playing football, tossing a frisbee, playing spike ball, all of that stuff happening right here on the drill field. Of course, circumstances are different and no one's out. But the drill field basically divides the campus. Behind me, that's the residential side. And then over here, that is gonna be the academic side. So let's start with the academics. So Virginia Tech is one of the best schools in Virginia. And obviously with the name Virginia Tech, we are mostly known for engineering. However, there are also a ton of other great programs here. Business, agriculture, architecture are some of the best here. Personally, I'm a finance major and I've learned so much going to school here. Virginia Tech does have about 30,000 students, which makes it a pretty big school. But honestly, all of the academics are super walkable. Everything's within like a square mile of each other. It is not hard to get to class. And honestly, it doesn't even really feel like that big of a school. I would show you some of the buildings, but everything is completely locked up because of so yeah, let's go ahead and take it back to the other side of the drill field and cover the dorm life. Okay, so right behind me is my dorm from freshman year. That right there, this one is my dorm room from 2 years ago, and that was before you guys knew me, before I started this channel. At Virginia Tech, all freshmen are required to live in a dorm, and then most people, almost everyone, moves out of dorms their sophomore year and moves into an apartment, which is my current situation. The dorms themselves aren't great. It's a pretty typical college dorm, nothing special, just a small box that you share with one other person, not a lot of privacy, shared bathrooms, at least for my dorm here. I would almost definitely prefer apartment living, although here you cannot beat that location because most of the dorms are within walking distance of the dining hall, which is where Virginia Tech really shines. So this building right behind me, this is D2, which is my all-time favorite dining hall. It's a buffet style dining hall, which like in relation to college, most people wouldn't really like that, but D2 is great. It's just one of 5 of our dining halls, all of which are phenomenal. Phenomenal. So Virginia Tech has been consistently rated top 3 in the country for food, and it's so true. We have steak, we have lobster, we have cake. Cake's the best. There is so many different options here and it all tastes so good. You have vegan, gluten-free, any dietary restrictions, it's covered. I'm not even joking when I say the food here is some of the best I've ever eaten in my life. It is so great. We have special holiday food, Super Bowl Sunday food. It is unbelievable how good the food is, and honestly it's probably one of my favorite things about going to Virginia Tech. Okay, so now let me just give you guys a brief overview about clubs in Greek life. So you guys obviously know that I'm part of the running club. That is a huge part of my collegiate experience. But there's also so many other clubs out there. For example, we have something called Chicken and Waffle Fridays, where it's exactly what it sounds like. We just go and eat chicken and waffles on Fridays. Since we have such a big school, there are options for everyone. Any single interest, there is a club for you. So don't be worried about not finding an interest that suits you because there's every possible club imaginable here. But if clubs aren't really for you and you want to meet friends another way, that's where our Greek life comes in. So behind me is Oak Lane. And this is where almost every single sorority and fraternity has a house. And I'm not part of Greek life. It's not really my style or anything, but we have an excellent Greek life program here. And it's not just because of parties. The Greek life here is super involved in philanthropy. They really help during Relay for Life and something we have called the big event, which is when everyone comes together and pitches in the community. Honestly, the Greek life here really bonds us together as Hokies and gives us a reason to enjoy being a Hokie, just with all of the give back we have in the community. So if you do join Greek life here, it's not just for these big blowout parties, it's also to really help the community. And of course, it could be a really fulfilling part of college. It just wasn't for me exactly, but I know a lot of people do join it here. Okay, so that covers basically social aspects here at Virginia Tech. One last thing to cover, and that is sports. So right behind me right here, this is Lane Stadium, which is our football stadium. Seats 65,000, huge, massive stadium. And when our entrance song, Enter Sandman, starts playing, it gives you chills. We're an ACC school, which means in football, we get to play teams like Clemson, and then in basketball, we get to play teams like Duke and UNC. And we're historically known as a football school, but lately, our football's been on the decline, but our basketball has been on the up and up. We just made the Sweet 16 last year, and things are looking super good. When I was deciding where to go for college, I didn't even really think too much about sports, but honestly, I'm so happy that Virginia Tech is such a great sports school. Some of the sports memories here have been the best of my time in college, and I really love having such a great football stadium, and then also having a good basketball team so you can see teams like Duke. I saw Zion Williamson last year. I mean, how awesome is that? And sports are such a great part of this school. So that pretty much wraps it up for my review of Virginia Tech. I love this school. I highly recommend it. I'm sorry that we're in quarantine and you guys can't really see what it's really like, but this kind of enabled me to film a little easier too. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to see more college video, like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see y'all in the next one. Alright, so we're out in Blacksburg, obviously, for the weekend. Jacob and I were planning on hitting a long run. I forgot my shoes, but luckily, I had some shoes. We're gonna go dumpsters diving. That's commitment. All the way over. Yes! That is how committed you need to be to running.